Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Idiot Show. Because I filmed this entire video before, like probably an hour before, and I just simply went into my memory card, and before even transferring, I just said delete. I have no idea why. So here I am, shooting this again like an idiot. Thank you. Absolutely, I deserve that. Now, we are going to be discussing today, as you know, our planets through Ascendant series. Sun in the third house in the sign of Capricorn for Scorpio Ascendant people, meaning this is not just Sun in the certain house, Sun in the certain sign. Now we're combining the two energies together. Sun is in a certain house in a certain sign. Then Sun rules a certain house, the 10th house with the sign of Leo, because Sun rules the sign of Leo. So 10th Lord is in the third house. This is an entire dynamic that's going to be taking place. Now, as always, if you do not know, if you have the Sun, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, what your other planetary placements are, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, Sun in the third house in Capricorn. Well, first of all, Capricorn is the sign related to our status, reputation, government. It represents hard work. It represents karma, meaning the actions that we perform. And the same thing that Capricorn is, now Leo is sitting right there in the 10th house, which is our reputation, our fame, government, authorities, work environment. It's not necessarily career. It is it's where we exert our actions, our dharmic actions coming about. So 9th house, which is our dharma, the path that we are supposed to follow, its action, because it's second from itself, its gain is coming through the 10th house. Because let's say if I'm a spiritual person and my life is to perform some spiritual duties, what do I have to do? I have to perform them. Our performance is the 10th house. And the sign of Leo, which is ruling this 10th house now, is a sign of creative self-expression, dynamic expression. It is the regal royal throne of the king. Okay? So now this Sun being in the third house represents siblings, journalism, arts, media, creativity, online business, social media network, sales, marketing, short distance travel, many things. Okay, it's our courage, it's our strength, it's our skills, like our fighting skill. Yeah, I'm stupid like that. I don't know why I do it. I'm just, they call it in India, you're sunky. I'm sunky. So Sun is here now in Capricorn. What this shows us, first of all, this is a person who fights for valor. This is the person who destroys their enemies. This is the person who will become a great leader in society. Somebody who will put their effort, and this is the person who wants. He or she wants to be in a competitive environment where they have challenges to face. This is why great, like especially in India, IAS officer, IPS officer, police officer, government servants are seen from this. Capricorn is a sign ruled by Saturn. Saturn is like the service to the government. Saturn is the servant to the government. That's his natural karkavastha. Saturn represents being a servant to the king. This person loves being a servant to the king. And Sun loves being in the third house. Regardless of what sign Sun is in. It could be in the sign of Libra where it's debilitated. Sun will do excellent. Why? Because this is the house whose significator is Mars. Sun's best friend in the astrological sense. Mars uplifts the Sun, gives Sun the courage, gives Sun the strength. And remember, whenever the king is involved anywhere, Sun is the king. Leo is the kingdom. Anywhere these two planets are, okay? You will have to fight. You will have to win wars. See, there's no remedy for the Sun. You tell, like king, like, okay, you're a king. Okay? And you have to go fight a war. And you're like, oh, no. Mr. Astrologer, tell me how to avoid this war. The astrologer will say, a good astrologer, like, no, this is who you are born to do. You are born to go into wars, fight, and be victorious. That is where your valor is going to increase. So these people should always be facing challenges. The more challenges you face, the higher you go. Don't be afraid of competition. Don't be afraid of fights. They're there to elevate you. That's your remedy. That is actually your remedy. And especially being in this feminine sign of Capricorn, Sun most definitely will give you brothers and sisters. However, Sun here shows that if you are the youngest sibling, you will act like the eldest sibling. You will not like to be ordered around by an older sibling or elder sibling. You will like to take the spot of the older sibling. Or pretty much, because you gotta remember, Sun is a hot planet. Wherever it sits, it's gonna burn the significance of that house. So because it's burning the significance of that house, there will be some rough and tough with the siblings, especially male siblings. There'll be competitiveness, and you will always try to burn either your younger sibling or older sibling. Doesn't matter. So when they come after you, your ego will try to block them. Like, no, you don't tell me what to do, I'll tell you what to do. Because this is where my Sun is. Also, you got to remember one thing, and this is something I'm going to make a video on. And this is I'll leave this as a puzzle. 9th from Sun will always be the most successful place for you. Remember that. 9th from Sun will be the most important place for you, will be the most successful place for you. What is 9th from Sun when Sun is in the 3rd house? The 11th house of gains, hopes, wishes, desires, achievements, recognition, awards. This person will always achieve the highest of success. And Capricorn is like a king has his kingdom. Okay, this is where the king lived, the palace. However, a king has to go to the king's court to deal with all the issues of the kingdom. So like you have the president, okay? And the president has to go into the White House to take care of things, or has to go to the Capitol Hill to take care of the things. Like in anywhere else, it will be the parliament, right? So in Capricorn, which is the administration of the government, where all the things are happening, this is why Sun does very well, because the king is familiar of what needs to be done to get the government running, to get the corporation running. So especially if I wanted to hire somebody to take care of my business, let's say I had a clothing business, and I wanted to do the design. Like, I'm a very creative person. Like, for me, just creative ideas come. For me, it's about the colors. For me, it's about the patterns. I don't want to deal with, accounts payable, accounts receivable, accounting, and what needs to go out, needs to come in, all the balancing of the budget and whatnot. I'll hire somebody with this type of a placement. Sun in this 3rd house in Capricorn, or Mercury in the 6th house in Virgo, Mercury in the 10th house in Virgo. These people will do very well in taking care of the administrative side of things. So they become very good in these fields. This is why, for me, it's very easy to look at a chart and understand it. But if I had to calculate a chart manually, oh man, it's going to be like nightmare for me. Because I'm more of a guy of the colors and patterns and, seeing the other side of the coin. And also because Sun represents your father, fatherly figures. Father, probably, I found quite a few people whose father were in like a railway. In India, it's a big thing when you work in a railway, because it's a government job, which is very secure job. And it's not like they're driving a train or anything. No, they work in the administrative side of running the train tracks and the business of the train. Because in India, more than flights, trains are the main source of transportation. And because third house represents short distance travel, father does a lot of traveling for like state to state, city to city. And you never know, your father could be the captain of the train. Is that what they call the captain? I guess so, yeah. And shows father himself could be in fields of government job, technical jobs. And because your 10th lord is in the 3rd house, shows your career will require you to have technical skills. Your career will require you to have professional communicative skills to do your job. Like especially, this job can produce great PR personalities, PR people. Why? As a PR, you have to take a really shitty situation, really bad situation, and turn it and mold it into a very professional looking situation. Because Capricorn represents a serious professional sign, here the 10th lord of the career work environment is in the 3rd house of professional communication. So if the oil company spills oil and kills 80,000 people because of their accident, well, this PR person will make it look like something very professional and it's nobody's fault, but we feel bad, even though they don't know. They just are, they screwed it up. But this person will make it look more professional. That's what it is, okay? So guys, this was my analysis of Sun in the 3rd house in the sign of Capricorn. And remember, I see a lot of people who say, well, I have the Sun and I don't have this and I don't have that and this is not happening like you're saying. Why? Use your common sense on this. This is just one placement I'm telling you about. I don't know if your Sun is conjunct another planet in the 3rd house, even as a Scorpio Ascendant. I don't know which planet is aspecting your Sun. I don't know especially which nakshatra Sun is in. Where's that nakshatra lord is placed? And especially you can judge that with the pi paddhati, pi map thing. You will see exactly what's happening. So don't just say, comment, oh, yeah, it's all wrong. I could be wrong, absolutely. But you got to understand, it's just one placement that I'm telling you about. I'm not giving any conjunction here in this placement. No nakshatra placement here. Okay, so just remember that. And obviously the pi map reading is also on this link. And again, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below, and all my books, reports, consultations at this link. And I will see you later. Hopefully I didn't mess up compared to my last video that I made, and hopefully I don't erase this video.